1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. On the phone, UAlbany basketball standout Peter Hooley. Peter, tomorrow night, senior night. It's been a long 4 years, huh?
It has been. It feels like only yesterday I was here, but looking back on some photos of some people who have been tagging me in, I've come a long way in a lot of respects.
Have you thought about what your emotions are going to be like when you hit the Sefke Arena floor before the game for the ceremony for the last time in the regular season?
Not really. I mean, I've tried to just figure it as another game, and we're trying to get ready for the conference tournament, but obviously, I've spent a quarter of my life here and had more success than I could ever have dreamt of on and off the court. So I've got a lot to be thankful for and a lot of people to thank, and I'm sure it'll be a real special night, and I'm glad my family can be here for it as well.
Your family's coming all the way from Australia, huh?
They've been here since the Stony Brook game. They wanted to come see that one, my two older sisters and my dad, so they'll be walking me out, so it'll be pretty special.
Peter Hooley with us, 1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. Dane's taking on Hartford tomorrow, last regular season game at Sefke Arena. Peter, you guys are unbeaten at home this year, a winning streak of more than 20-plus dating back to last year at Sefke Arena. Why are you guys so good at home?
We've got to give a lot of credit to the fans. I think they've done a terrific job of supporting us this year, and we've managed to give them a reason to support us, which is great. But we just love to play at home. We feed off their energy, and we get them going as well. And obviously, it's an arena you practice in and stuff like that, which also helps. So, no, we love to play in front of our fans. And when they come out like they have the last few weeks, it's awesome to play in. There's no other arena in the world I'd rather play in.
When you guys wrapped up the number 2 seed the other day with a win at UMass Lowell, how important was that for you guys to get that 2 seed? You assure yourself if you keep winning at least 2 home games in the tournament.
I mean, it's huge. I think, we've proven in the past that nobody really wants to come in here and play us, and obviously we enjoy playing here, but since now we could have possibly 2 games here, and then who knows what could happen on the other side of the bracket if something flipped up down that end for Stony Brook, and the championship game will be here as well. So the way we see it, we've got to make sure we take care of business night in and night out, and next game up, and we're ready to go.
You mentioned that your family's been in since the Stony Brook game. That was a big game. You guys were able to get the win at Sefke Arena. What is it about Stony Brook and you guys? They can't beat you at home. What's that about?
I mean, I think it's a lot of credit goes to the coaching staff. They give us a great game plan to make sure that we execute it against a tough team. I think they've been a standout team in the league all year, but coaches tell us what we have to do to be successful, and we managed to play 40 minutes of really good basketball and get the job done. And obviously, you see our fans come out in droves for that game. They know about the rivalry. They know about how fun it is to play in and to watch that game, and we're glad we could give them something to cheer about.
I think we all knew going into the season that you guys had great guard play with yourself and Evan Singletary and Ray Sanders, and we knew Cremo would help a little bit, maybe not to the level that he has. But you guys got 16 points and 15 rebounds the other day from Greg Steyer. Mike Rowley's had a double-double in the last few games. When you guys get that production out of your front court, too, it's nearly impossible to beat you.
Yeah, I think, a lot of credit has to go to Mike and Greg. I think they've been tremendous for us. And there's no 2 other bigs in the league I can safely say that I'd rather play against, just because they do a lot of stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, which helps us guards tremendously. And Greg had 8 offensive rebounds or something the other night, and Mike had 6. And that's stuff you really can't teach. That's just real effort and energy and determination. And literally, they're going to be 2 massive players moving forward through this program. And I think they're just showing glimpses of what they can do now, which is awesome.
For you, it's been kind of an up and down year. I imagine a little frustrating, I've heard you say at times. And, at the beginning of the year, you weren't shooting all that well, but you were still doing the little things to help the team. And now you're shooting a lot better. Has it been just a grind for you at times?
Probably that. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to succeed early on. I think knowing it was going to be my last year, I wanted to have as much success possible and to give back to everybody with what I've been given. And I think I put way too much pressure on myself and took away from the enjoyment I used to have playing basketball. And then it wasn't until probably halfway through the year where I started to get that enjoyment back and just to let things flow. And obviously everything else took care of itself once I started to do that. So I'm at a level where I'm enjoying playing and loving playing the game, and everything else seems to take care of itself now.
Peter Hooley with us, 1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. Dane's taking on Hartford tomorrow night, senior night at Sefke Arena, as we say goodbye to 4 different Danes. And Peter, I read on Twitter you said that the game against Vermont, the Big Purple Growl, was the best you'd ever seen Sefke Arena. Do you want to amend that statement after the Stony Brook game?
I might have to. I think they managed to top it, but I definitely think those last two games have been unreal. And just to hear all the noise, there was one particular moment in the Vermont game on the free throw that Ethan O'Day had that the crowd was just deafening, and that was really just awesome to see the support. And I think a lot of credit goes to our football teams for starting that in the student section, and then everyone else really fed off of that. But yeah, it's fun to know that as my career winds down that something special starting up here in terms of the crowd support and everyone getting behind the Great Danes, which is awesome.
Was it fun for you to see UAlbany honor the 2005-2006 championship team? Obviously, you were not here when that team was winning the first America East title in school history. I was in high school at the time. I was a fan of that team myself. Was it cool for you to see those guys in person? Yeah,
it definitely was. I think I've seen a lot of these guys. I have a pretty good relationship with a few of them, which is good because you get to keep that connection with the history of the program. And I've been in a lucky enough situation. Jamar wasn't here, but I know Jamar pretty well. But these guys really were the trailblazers for what this program has become. And you see them all when they come together. They act like they're still in college and stuff like that. So you hope maybe 10 years down the track I'll be able to meet up with some of the guys who I've had success with here, and we'll be able to keep the same traditions going.
What is your plan for after UAlbany? Obviously, you've already graduated with your undergrad. We know that. What are your plans? Are you looking to play professionally overseas?
Yeah, I think that's my plan. I think it's time to try and make a little bit of money running up and down the court. So we'll see what happens there and see how long that lasts or where I go. But I feel like I owe it to myself to just try it. I think I put in many hours and stuff playing basketball since a young age, and who knows how long it'll last, how well it'll go. But just to say I tried to experience it, and then we'll see what happens from there. But if I start back in Australia or Europe, I'm not sure yet. But trying to win one more conference championship before that's up.
Peter Hooley with us, 104.5 The Team, 104.5theteam.com. Senior night tomorrow night. Danes, Hartford over at Sefke Arena will honor Evan Singletary, Peter Hooley, Ray Sanders, Reese Williams. Peter, thanks for all you've done for UAlbany basketball over the last 4 years. You brought a lot of memories to the Capital Region, and we're happy to have you here. And look, we hope this run continues a little bit more here for you into March.
Appreciate it. Thanks, fellas.